If you're doing everything right and still not losing weight, it's not your metabolism, it's not your age, and it's not even your genetics. You're simply missing something that most women refuse to admit. This is the brutally honest truth of why women plateau and what to actually do about it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the place that most women entirely overlook. What's on your plate? Because here's the thing, just because you're eating healthy doesn't automatically mean that you're actually in a calorie deficit. And this is something you need to be in order to lose that weight. And most women, including myself, start thinking they're on point, but the truth, you're probably eating too much and you're probably not actually in a calorie deficit. Your portion sizes are almost always way bigger than you actually think. Listen, I remember years ago when I first started measuring my portions, like your rice, your pasta, your oats, I realized that I was underestimating my servings by like 2 to 3 times. That's a full week of progress completely wiped out without even realizing it. And it's not just the food on your plate. Liquid calories are the silent saboteurs as well. Coffees, creamers, wine. You'd be shocked at how quickly those calories can actually add up. And then there's the weekend trap. Monday through Friday, you're super consistent, hitting all those macro targets. And then Saturday night comes around, think your takeout, your drinks, your snacks, your restaurant meals. Sunday night, your week's progress is almost gone. And you step on the scale on Monday morning, very confused, frustrated, and so ready to quit. So when you're actually starting your fitness journey, tracking isn't an option. Most women are guessing and hoping the weight actually comes off. And spoiler alert, it won't. Without data, it's almost impossible to fix what you don't measure. And yes, we all snack emotionally from time to time, because I know I've reached for some chocolate, especially after a very stressful day, and convinced myself that I deserved it. But here's the truth, your body doesn't need that snack. Your emotions do. Now listen, protein is a non-negotiable. It's going to control your hunger, protect your muscle, boost your metabolism, and of course, reduce those cravings. And most women aren't getting enough for the actual goals that they're trying to achieve. I learned that if you want fat loss, you need to start building every meal around protein first. Think your eggs, your chicken, your Greek yogurt, tofu, fish, and shakes. Do whatever works for you and your dietary restrictions or needs. Under eating during the day is another severe pitfall that people fall under. Skipping meals because you're too stressed or too busy. And eating too little is also not going to help. It sets you up to binge at night, where you overconsume and overdo your calories anyways. You think you're being disciplined, but your body is simply just starving. And finally, patience. Fat loss, unfortunately, isn't as instant as we want it to be. And if you don't let that happen naturally, you're gonna sabotage your progress by trying every hack or quick fix diet out there. So I need you to stop guessing. I need you to start tracking consistently. Focus on making your meals around protein. Plan your portions out and fix your weekends. And remember, progress is a week-long average, not a single day. All right, so let's get into exercise. This is where women make the biggest mistake. Thinking more is always better. Listen, cardio alone is never going to change your body to look the way that you're going for. Lifting heavy and consistently will. Your muscle drives that metabolism and ultimately is going to help you reshape your body. And of course, it's going to help you improve your hormones as well. Yet most women still stick to endless cardio classes, hoping the scale is going to magically move. Another common mistake is doing those random workouts, showing up sporadically, doing whatever feels good, and then automatically skipping the gym when life gets too busy. That's the fastest way to plateau. Strength training at least 3 to 4 times a week for 30 to 45 minutes is going to help you break that plateau. When you focus on those compound moves like your squats, your presses, your rows, and your lunges. And of course, track your progress to see if you're actually improving. You need to, of course, keep showing up no matter how messy life gets. This consistency is what's going to move the scale, not the hours of cardio you hate doing. All right, so here's where most women lose before they even start the journey and actually start seeing results. Your mindset. Most women tend to rely on motivation instead of actually building systems. The reality is motivation is going to fade when discipline doesn't. We quit the moment results start to slow down. Then we chase quick fixes instead of building actual sustainable habits. And think your sleep and your stress are huge fat loss killers. Your lack of sleep is going to increase your cortisol and make that stubborn fat so much more difficult to actually lose. Stress isn't just emotional, it's physiological, and it completely blocks your progress. And don't even get me started with comparing your body to other women online. It's a guarantee to completely derail your progress. weeks. Remember, everybody's journey is different. So you need to stick to the plan, prioritize your life, your goals, your body, not what everyone else is doing. And the big one that most women tend to avoid admitting is you're actually probably not even ready to change. You want results without actually changing your routine. So we keep doing, of course, what is comfortable to us. And without accountability, quitting is so easy. So we need to start focusing on systems, not motivation. Prioritizing your sleep, your stress management, and your own boundaries. We need to start committing fully, even if it's imperfect. And that's how change is going to stick. All right, let's get real for a moment. Fat loss is not hard because your body is broken. It's hard because it requires consistency, structure, emotional discipline, patience, and boundaries. It's not about willpower. No detox, no magic supplement, no inspirational quote is gonna fix what we just covered. And the reality is if you master these basics, the scale is going to start moving. But if you keep chasing the shortcuts, the scale is going to stay the same. All right, so let's get into what actually is going to help you move the scale. Let's go ahead and make this actionable. So here are some of the non-negotiables that I have on a daily basis. We need to start hitting our protein targets, especially if we want to reach our goals. This is going to increase your fullness, protect your muscle, boost your metabolism. So what I do is typically aim for 20 to 40 grams of protein per meal, whether that's including eggs, chicken, Greek yogurt, tofu, protein snacks. Protein is not planned, your fat loss is going to stall. I ensure that I'm strength training at least 3 times a week, which is going to help increase my metabolism, have that tighter body that I'm looking for, and improve my hormones. I ensure that every time that I'm strength training, there's no random workouts. Everything is set and pre-planned. And of course, including progressive overload. Number 3, I'm eating in a small calorie deficit. I'm not starving and I'm not just focusing on only clean eating. I need balance. That's just the reality. But I do have slightly fewer portions, and I do completely cut out those liquid calories as best as I can. Number 4, I ensure that I'm moving daily. Remember, those steps actually matter and they do make a huge difference. Walking is going to reduce that stress and improve that insulin sensitivity, which is going to help with recovery. I typically aim for 8 to 10K steps daily. Even this alone can help break those plateaus, especially walking on an incline. I'm ensuring that I'm managing my sleep and my stress by getting more than enough sleep and incorporating some breathing exercises throughout my day. This scale is going to move when you start mastering these 5 levers, and everything else is honestly a distraction. So remember, your body is not broken and you're not going to be stuck after this. You just needed to see the gaps in your training, your routine, and even your mindset that you currently have, and now you can actually fix them. So if you're ready to stop spinning your wheels and actually see results, the first step is awareness and actually being honest with where you are right now and what's preventing you from actually getting to your goal. So if you actually found this video helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss another video. And I'm going to see you in the next one.